What's up, guys? Warren, Divine Audio Visual, back with another video here at Cedia 2025 at one of our favorite booths. This is the Sony booth. Got our good friend Russell here. Same as last year. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
How you been, man?
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Good.
Looking forward to the show.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement around our booth this year. A lot of dealers.
Awesome.
It's been awesome. Day 3, so I'm a little tired. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so tell us how this is going to go today. What are we going to do?
Yeah. So this year we're celebrating 60 years of ES. So as you kind of walk into the front of the booth, that's kind of the main thing you're going to see here is the ES heritage. But I first want to take you through our CLED demo. We've built an incredible room with many of our partners.
Nice.
Close to $750,000 worth of audio and video gear.
All right, I can't
in that
wait.
room. So yeah, you're going to be able to check that out. 193-inch CLED in there. So gosh, the video wall that you're going to experience. And just the collaboration with our vendor partners is really awesome.
Awesome.
So,
Very, very cool. Yeah, glad to see it. So let's get in there, get some demos going.
yeah, let's check it out.
Let's go for it. Awesome.
All right, welcome to Cedia, day 3. We did it. How's everyone's feet? How's everyone's legs? You guys hurting? little bit sore. Hey, come on in. We'll have a bigger group for this one. This is the end of the show. All right, everyone, get comfortable. We've got a pretty fun demo lined up for you today. We're doing things a little bit different. This year at Cedia, Sony Electronics, a big part of our business is collaborating with a lot of our vendor partners. So we really wanted to make sure to showcase, how Sony and our vendor partners can deliver the ultimate experience for you guys and your clients, right? So what was the first thing you saw when you walked into the space? Probably this big ass TV behind me, right? This big TV. This is our crystal LED CLED. It's a 1.2 pixel pitch, and this is our contrast series. One of the things that's awesome about this year is you're seeing a lot of these great companies come out with their video wall solutions. One of the things that Sony does differently compared to a lot of the other companies you might find here on the floor is we apply a special coating to the front of this. That coating is going to enhance that contrast and that black level to really deliver like a giant OLED-like experience. This looks almost like a giant OLED instead of just a video wall, right? So I'll get more to this. Let's talk about what's going on in the room. This is more like a living room. If you guys look over to your right over here, we partnered with a company called LiquidView. Now what LiquidView does is they use 3 of our BZ40L series professional displays, 5-year warranty rated at 24/7 operation, and they build it into a window encasement. That window encasement is designed to simulate real life, right? We want to bring that outside indoors. They've done studies that actually shows health benefits. The cool thing with LiquidView too is they use a Sony Venice camera to shoot all the content on. And that content they curate for you, and there's different scenes that are filmed throughout the entire world. What's awesome is you can actually set up that circadian rhythm based on the location you do the installation in. So if you want to simulate that daytime to nighttime experience, you can actually time it based on where it's installed. So pretty cool system that's available from LiquidView. I've got some Crestron shades above that will drop down here momentarily. Over to your left, I just lost video on this, actually. Give me 1 second, guys. Just change the input. Turn this on here. This is our Bravia 9 display. This is mini LED technology. We've collaborated with Leon speakers, right? We've got Leon studio frame option. This is in the walnut color. This is a 75-inch mini LED. You guys have been selling frame TVs for many years now, right? It's no secret. One of the complaints that we hear from consumers is that it looks good as a piece of art, right? But when you want to watch a movie or television on it, may not have that picture quality that you're looking for in some of the other frame options. With the Bravia 9, we're going to focus on video quality first and design second. Thanks to Leon speakers, we can easily blend that technology and design. One other cool thing that they've done this year for us is they've brought the frame over to our video wall product. So now if you want to go big, you can still blend that technology and that design into those larger spaces for you. So that's a little bit about the room. We've got DMF lighting. Again, I'm using Crestron control, Cinematech seats, many vendor partners here. And we really wanted to just showcase, a lot of those partnerships in this room here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this show. I'm gonna dim the lights. I'm gonna set the mood. I'm gonna drop these shades here. And I wanna talk to you guys about a technology that we announced. You've probably seen, have you guys picked up some of the magazines here at the show? On the front page today, there was an announcement about our new RGB mini LED technology. So the same technology, thank you, Kayla. The same technology that's in, or similar technology, the mini LED that you find in our Bravia 9, we're enhancing that now with RGB capabilities. So something big is coming, and it's coming next year in 2026, right? That's gonna be RGB mini LED. Now, what makes the Bravia 9 so unique is we developed a new driver IC, and we use a blue light source. It's a blue LED that emits through the panel. With this new technology that's going to be shipping next year, we've expanded that to a true RGB system. 66 bits of processing as opposed to 22 bits. So we're now going to have amazing color volume. It's kind of like going from standard definition to high definition. That's what you can expect in this level of technology. Let's get back to this video wall though. This is our crystal LED CH 1.2 series. So it's a 1.2 pixel pitch. As I mentioned, one of the things we do different is we apply that optical coating that it enhances that black level. This is 193 inches diagonal, but it's completely modular, so you can build it as big as you need. If your customer wants a giant 400 inch, we can make that happen. It's, like I said, it's modular, so there's panels that make this up. This is also known as what's called a 7x7. So 7 cabinets wide by 7 cabinets tall. And again, this is our CH 1.2 series. Now I'm gonna play a couple clips for you guys. This first clip, I wanna demonstrate the audio characteristics in this room. The audio side, we've collaborated and partnered with Wisdom Audio. We're using their line source technology here. This is a 9.4 setup. So I've got 9 channels of audio all in wall. What are one of the challenges when you've got a big screen like this? Where are you supposed to place the speakers? Either above or below, right? Great thing about line source is we can actually build it to the specifications of the size, and we can lay those speakers down below. And you don't lose any of that imaging. Imaging that you're gonna hear is gonna be spectacular thanks to Wisdom Audio. We're using Wisdom DSPs along with their amplifiers, and we've got the AZ7000 ES receiver doing the switching for us. This first clip I'm gonna play for you is a concert from Sting. It's actually Sting's son, but what's great about this is it builds an octave. So I'm gonna lay up the concert first, then I'm gonna follow with a movie called Blade Runner. You've probably all seen that before. Kind of gloomy, ominous a little bit, great dynamic range. And then we're gonna finish off with some great visuals from the movie Encanto. So thank you very much. Sit back and enjoy.
Need an axe to break the ice. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky, strung out on heaven's high. Time alone.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I know. It's just hypothetically, if he saw you.
Mirabel, please. What's positive?
What a nightmare!
Felix!
Hey, she needs to know, baby. She needs to know.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
That's loud in the sky. Thunder.
You're telling a story, alright.
I'm sorry, maybe that go whoop.
All right, Russell here with Sony Electronics. We're over here about to check out our Bravia Projector 7. This is a native 4K SXRD projector priced at $10,000 retail. So I've got the Bravia Projector 7 sitting here as a static display. we're gonna get ready to check this piece out and check out really cool live demos. Before we do that real quick, I wanna talk to you about this new aspect ratio scaling. Many of our dealers love selling that cinematic experience, and they wanna go with an ultra wide format screen. The cool part about the Bravia Projector 7 is it's got a new scaling mode where we can instantly switch from 2.35 to 1 content down to 16:9 with the press of a button. So you can sell this with a scope screen, even though it's got that manual adjustment lens. Pretty cool technology to check out. Let's go inside and see what this is all about. All right. Welcome, everybody, to our dedicated projection theater here. We've got a pretty sweet demo lined up for you today. We've got our Bravia Projector 7. This has won a ton of awards here at the show. It's our latest addition to our XW lineup using native 4K SXRD technology. It's 2200 lumens in terms of brightness output, and of course, it's all laser. Next to it, I'm gonna be showcasing back and forth against the XW5000. That's our current projector that's been out for a few years. Really solid workhorse that a lot of the industry's been selling. We're projecting both of these onto a 135-inch Stewart film screen. This is their Halar Phantom material. And you would typically sell this material in like an ambient light situation where you've got windows. We weren't sure if we were gonna have drapes here at the show or not, so we wanted to make sure we were prepared. So that's the material from Stewart Film Screen. For the audio, I've got set up a Bravia Theater Quad. This is a great solution for those imperfect rooms. If you're not able to run speaker cable to those locations, this is completely wireless. With the addition of power cable that's required, it's 4 speakers. In each speaker is 4 speaker units. So we've got 16 speakers total. There's a base station that wirelessly communicates to not only each speaker, but also an optional wireless subwoofer that you can add too. So that's gonna be playing for the sound. Let's go ahead and kick things off here, and we're gonna play this script. I'm gonna start with the XW5000, and the reason why I wanna play this scene here is I wanna show you the benefits of what we've improved on with the new Bravia Projector 7. So I'm gonna let this play out here, and we're gonna get to a pause point here shortly. Now, one great thing about this movie is it was mastered at a high level of nits. I have my associate switch to the Bravia Projector 7. And the one thing to notice is not only did it get brighter, but we're also showing an accurate representation of what the creator wanted us to see. And that's thanks to the new tone mapping in the XR processor. So the Bravia 7 uses the latest XR processor, which delivers that tone mapping. Can you switch back and forth one more time? So here's the XW5000. And here is the Bravia Projector 7. Same picture settings. This is out of the box for both of these models. Hopefully you can tell the difference in the shadow detail, the color that we've gained, and that brightness. And the thing that we're seeing here is that difference not only in brightness, but also in detail. I mean, if you look at like the pores in his face here as he switches back to the Bravia Projector 7, not only do we get those specular highlights now, we also get that detail that we love with that native 4K SXRD projection. It's really coming to life thanks to the XR processor using its latest tone mapping. So go ahead and let it play through. Here's another good scene where we got some specular highlights here. Pay attention to these brighter areas as we switch back and forth to the 5000, which we're seeing now, and we'll switch to the Bravia Projector 7. Nothing wrong with the 5000. The 5000 model's priced at $6,000 retail. You're still getting laser, native 4K, and SXRD technology. It's just using an older processing chip as the X1 processor. Go ahead and switch.
I know what happens to everyone else if I don't.
Another great pause point I want to point out here. So we're currently on the XW5000. Look at these specular highlights on the right part of the screen over here as we switch to the new Bravia Projector 7. Using that high dynamic range, we can now elevate those areas of brightness while gaining shadow detail in those darker elements too. So if you pay attention to the gentleman in the back, his camouflage, for instance, in his uniform, watch as we switch from the 5000, which we're currently on, to the new Bravia Projector 7.
Fuel, go. Electrical, go.
We're clear for takeoff. Nice, sweetheart. One last ride.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Man, the tone mapping is so good on that.
It's great. It's
crazy. It's
Yeah.
a game changer.
Bravia Projector 7 shipping now. It's available. We just started shipping a couple months ago.
Fantastic.
So ready to get to the masses.
Yeah, we love it. We've already put one in. It's really, really good.
Oh, nice.
We got another guy who's
Yeah, thank
interested
you
in
so
it,
much.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 5000s, oh my gosh, that thing is still really, really killer.
It holds up. Yeah.
Yeah,
but there's
HDR and SDR performance for that price point. It's really hard to beat.
$6,000 retail, you can't beat it. The
Really
thing
can't.
we're always promoting at Sony is, all the pixels all the time with the native 4K.
Correct.
There's no shifting of pixels here with
Yeah, we've literally done about 200 units.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
Yeah, for sure, man. And they're just solid all throughout DFW. We get calls all the time for them, and we calibrate them both in HDR and SDR.
That's perfect. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and then show people how to switch back and forth
Yeah,
and
it's
everything. And phenomenal units. But it is definitely a step up.
It is, yeah. It's
Yeah.
6,000 to 10,000. Of course, we've got the other projectors in the lineup at the Bravia Projector 8
Yeah.
and the Bravia Projector 9, which you guys are very familiar with as well, too.
For sure.
And of course, we can't forget about, we're not showing it here, but we have the GTZ 380 at 10,000 lumens.
That beast.
It's a light
Oh, I
cannon.
love it. I love it.
So-
It's a light cannon. So yeah, we actually had a client that wanted to purchase one, so we were able to borrow it from another dealer, get it
Oh,
in the
great.
showroom, and that was awesome. We threw it
Yeah,
on a
so-
200-inch screen, just lit it up. It was awesome.
Yeah, so let's check out some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
So incredible projectors. Can't forget about our amazing award-winning TVs, right?
Yeah.
So this is our mini LED wall. This is the new Bravia 5 mini LED. The great thing I love about this is the flexibility. It's available in a ton of different sizes,
Good.
starting from 55 inches, going all the way up to 98 inches.
98.
Size. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're kind of showcasing here the abilities of the Bravia 5. Bravia 5 is really the starting point for CI. We do have other TVs in our model at lower entry-level price points.
Yeah.
But Bravia 5 is going to give you multiple zones. You're going to get that more zone coverage of those mini LEDs, and you're going to get the XR processor in this too. So
Yeah.
lineup
Phenomenal
of
blacks. I mean, look at that. Even with these crazy lights
I know,
overhead.
like hitting the
Yeah, that's
so-
wild.
It's very, very good. And so as we move from the Bravia 5 over here, we go up to the Bravia 7.
Yeah.
We gain more zones, even more contrast, and more brightness with the Bravia 7.
Gotcha.
The other thing I love about this, and we'll show you here in a second, is you can pair the Bravia 7 or the Bravia 9 with the Leon Speakers studio frame option. I got the Bravia 7 here in 85 inches, and then we also have the Bravia 9 there on the end. Bravia 9, king of TV still,
Look at
right?
it. Yeah.
Still
And it should
best.
be. That is phenomenal, man.
So it's got the new driver IC. It uses the quantum dot LED for its backlight system. And they didn't do a king of TVs this year on the Bravia 9 because they didn't need to.
Yeah.
This is still the best looking mini LED on the market.
Yeah.
As we go, let's wrap around the side
Beautiful.
here. I want to show you some LED or OLED walls.
Sorry, I'm just standing there like in a daze. It's awesome.
There's so much tech at this show. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. It's fun when we get a chance to tell our friends what we do in
For
this
sure,
industry.
for
and
sure,
be able
yeah.
to show 'em. So over here, this is our A80L series OLED, WRGB OLED. So you're going to get great contrast, awesome black level, and decent level performance and brightness.
For sure.
This is an 83-inch size, so if you need something a little bit bigger, look no further than the A80L. It's been tried and true now for a couple of years.
For sure.
77 inches on the King of TV with the A95L. You guys, something cool this year. So this year, we also won King of TVs for 2025. Bravia 8 Mark II, available in 55-inch and 65-inch sizes. The thing with this model that's great is it's 50% brighter than the Bravia 8 was.
Yeah.
Plus now we're using QD OLED technology, so the color volume is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I don't know if the brightness comes across there, guys. This thing is astonishingly bright. The black tones are phenomenal. And we have these huge LED lights overhead right now, and this thing is still performing like a champ. So full brightness living room or something, I mean, it's got it, no problem. Yeah, that's crazy.
So we got the Bravia 8 Mark II, finished up A90K. It's been around for a few years, but if someone wants that great OLED-like performance or the
Right.
OLED performance in smaller sizes, we've got you covered with the 42 and 48 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, just a beautiful picture quality, man. Yeah, you guys are killing it.
Awesome. I want to show you
Very
the
cool.
studio frame options. Let's take a
Let's do
little
it.
field trip and walk over there.
Go for what?
I know you're
God,
gonna.
these things are good.
I know that's
Yeah.
such a good scene right there.
Ridiculous.
So as we're coming around the side, we're making our way to our studio frames. We've got our AV lineup of receivers. I know you guys have probably sold a few of these over the.
Bunch of them, man. Bunch of them.
So we have the full lineup: AZ7000, AZ5000, AZ3000, and AZ1000.
Yeah, guys, these are killer receivers. 5-year warranty, which is awesome.
Yeah, 5-year warranty. Anytime you see that ES badge, you know that it means quality, and we're going to elevate those standards.
For sure.
So,
And man, the tuning platform on them, the calibration is getting better and better and better.
yeah,
I
you
love it.
Great point. The 360 SSM. We've got a feature that calibrates to those imperfect spaces
Sure.
and places phantom speakers throughout the room. So it's
Yeah.
a really cool feature found in the ES line of receivers.
It's been phenomenal. And then their customer service on this, I mean, they actually answer the phone
yes,
and answer questions.
you bring up a great point.
Yeah.
And you've probably called in a couple times, I'm sure yourselves.
Yep.
But like we've got a special CI support line for our dealers.
So cool.
Outside of consumers, so they know control. They know, our control partners, Crestron, Control
Yeah.
Force, Savon.
You just know you get your dealer out there. They have support if they need it.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely phenomenal. So I love you guys for that.
So yeah, so those are
Right.
our ES line of receivers as we make our way. This is our studio frame option for Bravia. Now, studio frame is actually a collaboration with Leon Speakers, and we've got multiple sizes here in different finishes.
Very cool. So tell me how it works as far as the speaker system goes.
Yeah, so there's actually holes on the top and bottom to allow for the audio
Yeah.
to
actually
resonate
pass
through the
through.
panel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool. So it kind of contains it in there.
Yep.
Probably increases bass response a bit.
Yeah, you may actually
Yeah.
get a little bit of improvement, but the
Yeah.
main focus here is, we're not the only the company making frame TVs, right?
course.
There's been a few others for a few years now.
Sure.
The main thing we wanted to focus on was picture quality first,
Of course.
and then design second, right?
Fantastic.
Leon
Yeah.
helps us blend that technology and design together.
Love it. Yeah. Super sleek.
So
Very, very nice.
panning through the wall, 55 inches, 65, 75, and 85.
Yeah.
This is available for the Bravia 7 and the Bravia 9 TV. You can order it directly through Sony as an option if you'd like, or it's also available through Leon Speakers too. So, do you guys
I've used them. Yeah. Yeah. We've actually used a couple of them.
All right, so as we're coming around the corner here, this is our BZ53L series. One of the great things about professional panels, 5-year warranty,
Yeah.
rated a 24/7 operation on some of the
For sure.
models. BZ53 has also got that.
We've actually got one sitting in our showroom in the
Oh,
box.
great.
Already sold. The client just wanted tremendous brightness, great warranty, and so it's going in a residential environment. So
So deep black non-glare coating.
cool.
We've got some fancy lights up here shining down on both of these models. On the left is the BZ30L series.
Yep.
Great 98-inch TV. Looks phenomenal, but it doesn't have that anti-glare. On the right is the BZ53.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I want to do a trick with you here, Warren.
Sure.
Go ahead and stand in the middle of both of those displays. And when it goes black,
Oh yeah,
look at your reflection on both sides of these.
yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Very, very cool. Yeah, guys, this is a beautiful matte finish. It's really hard. It comes across, and then off-axis viewing is awesome. Yeah, super bright, super clean, even way off axis like that. Awesome.
100 bits of brightness with the BZ53L series.
Yeah,
And really a workhorse in the CI channel and the Pro channel.
very cool. Yeah,
So that's the BZ53L.
love it.
Celebrating 60 years of ES here at Sony Electronics. We've got an incredible lineup. We really wanted to showcase the decades of innovation and that ES standard, starting with the 1960s. This is our TA1120. This is the world's first all-silicone transistor integrated stereo amplifier. Yes, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. But we've gotten many of these timeless pieces here to really showcase, where Sony started as a brand and our focus on audio and that ES model. So as we kind of go through, we started in the 60s, go to the 1970s, move up to the 1980s. A lot of famous gear here, a lot of excitement. We've had a lot of dealers that have been around in the industry come over and say, oh my gosh, I remember I had that piece in my living room for years. So seeing, from our CD players, moving up to that digital, that custom integration that we had. Cedia is about custom integration. It's about control. It's about all the fun products here. And Sony, actually, a lot of people didn't know, we had some of these first touch panels for distributive audio back in the early 90s. So we collaborated with some other companies and really delivered that custom experience. The 2000s, we had our digital amplification. This thing is a beast. This weighs quite a bit, but you're looking at digital amplifiers that came out in the early 2000s. And then of course we've got, you know, going into the 2010s, this is our Hap Z. You want that amazing sound quality, uncompressed audio, just showing, again, you know, the innovation throughout the years with Sony elevating those standards.